Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to TMDC online lecture room. Hello everyone, this is Sabir Amin, lecturer in computer science. Hope you are all well. Like the previous one, we are back again with another video lecture focusing on an important topic. The topic is about modern computing devices, basic operation of computer, and the block diagram of a computer system. Let's start the class then. Invention made grand changes to the world. One of them is transistor that greatly changed the computer development. A transistor is a semiconductor device used to amplify or switch electronic signals and electrical power. Transistor was first developed in 1948 that replaces the vacuum tube. The first large-scale machine to take advantage of this transistor technology was early supercomputer, stretched by IBM and launched by Sabir. Both developed for atomic energy laboratories, they could handle an enormous amount of data. The IBM 7030, also known as Stretch, was IBM's first transistorized supercomputer. It was the fastest computer in the world up to 1964. LORC. It stands for Livermore Advanced Research Computer. It is a mainframe computer designed to run hydrodynamic simulation for nuclear weapon design. It was one of the earliest supercomputers. One of the examples is also IBM 1401, universally accepted throughout the industry. The IBM 1401 is a variable word-length decimal computer that was announced by IBM on October 1959. The IBM is considered to be the modern T4 of the computer industry because it was mass-produced and because of its sales volume. Integrated ICs are keystone of modern electronics. They are the heart and brain of most circuits. They are the ubiquitous like little bag chips you find on just about every circuit board as shown in a figure. The development of integrated circuit in 1958 by Jack Kilby had completely revolutionized the computing devices in terms of processing speed, memory, and peripheral supporting capabilities. The Intel 4004 chip, developed in 1971, took the integrated circuit one step further by locating all the components of a computer on a single chip that was central processing unit, input, output, controls, and memory. In 1981, IBM introduced a personal computer that we call PC for use in the home, office, and school. Computing devices continued their trend towards a smaller size, working their way down from desktop to laptop computers to palm-top or tablet PCs, which can fit inside a pocket. Figure shows some modern computing devices. Now we will discuss basic operation of computers. We have four basic operation of computer, that was input operation, processing operation, output operation, and storage operation. Input operation. The process of capturing or accepting data or information by using input devices. Input can take a variety of forms, from commands we enter by the keyboard to data from another computer or device or pointing by a mouse or picturing by capturing on a camera, etc. Some of the example of input devices are shown as mouse, keyboard, joystick, scanner, camera, microphone, etc. Processing operation. The transformation process to convert the input into output. The central processing unit performs processing tasks under the direction of a program. To process the data, the CPU stores the program instruction in the data in the computer memory, where it is directly accessible for processing. So all the processing is done by CPU, as we know that. We will discuss it in a later in block diagram and CU, etc. Output operation. The result which comes from the transformation process, or it is the outcome of the processing. The monitor shows the result of processing operations on the screen. Speakers enable users to hear the result of sound processing. The printer generates output on paper. Some of the examples are monitor, webcam, printer, microphone, etc., speaker, etc. As shown in the figure, the camera works as an input device. It captures the picture, the CPU or the system process it, and as an output we get the result on a printer. Storage operation. The process of storing the data or information or instruction so that the user can retain and retrieve it whenever required, or we can use whenever we require. Computer data storage is referred to as storage or memory, which can save digital data. Examples are RAM, hard disk, or removed memory, etc. As shown in a figure, hard disk, RAM, ROM, CD, DVD, floppy, memory card, pen drive, tab, etc. Last topic is about the block diagram of a computer. Block diagram of a computer gives you the peripheral representation of a computer, that how it works inside. We will see how computer works from feeding the data to getting the result. Here's the block diagram of a computer system. Control unit RCU and arithmetic logic unit combinedly called a central processing unit. This is called to be a central processing unit, or a processor that we call. The central processing unit. It is the brain of the computer system. All major calculation and comparison are made inside the CPU, and it is also responsible for activation and controlling the operation of other units. This unit consists of two major components, that are ALU, arithmetic logic unit, and CU, control unit. So what is arithmetical logic unit? Here arithmetic logic unit performs all arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. It also uses logic operation for comparison. Control unit. The control unit of CPU controls the entire operation of the computer. It also controls all devices such as memory, input-output devices connected to the CPU. Input and output units. The input-output units consist of devices used to transmit information between the external world and computer memory. The information fed through the input unit is stored in computer memory for processing, and the final result stored in memory can be recorded or displayed on the output medium. As we have discussed earlier, the input devices we have keyboard, mouse, etc., and the output is a printer or screen monitor, etc. Now we will discuss memory unit. Memory unit is essential component of digital computer. It is where all data, intermediate and final result are stored. The data read from the main storage or an input unit are transferred to the computer's memory, where they are available for processing. This memory unit is used to hold the instruction to be executed and to be processed. Primary storage. Primary memory has direct link with input and unit and output unit. It stores the input data calculation result. Secondary storage. The secondary storage unit. The primary storage unit is not able to store the data permanently for future use, so some other types of storage technology is required to store the data permanently for long time. It is called secondary or auxiliary storage device because we can store data permanently in this portion. It consists of hard drive, CD, DVD, flash drive, etc. Thanks for watching. Stay home, stay safe.